Hello. Yeah. Hi. Am I audible to all of you? Yes. Hi everyone. A very good evening. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Yeah. Can you please just give me the confirmation? Yes. Good evening. Good evening to all of you. I hope all of you are doing good. Well, I hope that all fine, right? Okay. So great. A very good evening and welcome back to all of you. So mm, I hope you are clear with the yesterday session that whatever we have done. Nitesh, Nishi, Priyanka, Neha, Manav, Arushi, Vijay, Adarsh, Rehana, Tapasya. Okay, perfect. So let's start the session with the today's quiz. First of all, right? I'm going to share the link with all of you, and I'm expecting that all of you please complete the quiz first of all. And once you complete that, then we'll be moving forward and we'll be talking about the things that we need to cover in today's session, right? Okay. So I'm going to share the link with all of you, and I'm expecting all of you to please complete the quiz on time, and then we'll move forward. Okay. So this is the link. Can you please just confirm, is it working for all of you? Nitesh, Manav, Adarsh, can you please just confirm? Is this link working? Is this link working for everyone? Okay, perfect. I'm giving you some time. Please complete it. And then once you complete that, please let me know. Then we move forward. Okay. Right. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Yeah, so I'm requesting all of you to please complete the quiz. I've shared the link in the chat, and I request all of you to please complete the link. Please complete the quiz first of all. And once you complete the quiz, we'll move forward with the today's session, right? Okay. So I request all the participants who have joined now to please complete the quiz so that we'll move forward, right? Good evening, everyone. I hope all of you are doing good, right? I'm requesting all of you to please complete the link so that uh, we'll move forward. Okay. Once you are done with that, please do give the confirmation to me. Okay, it's fine. I request all the participants to please complete the quiz. There are other participants who have joined now. And guys, I hope you have got that. Good evening. I hope you have got that information that your class will be now from 8:30 now. Yes, yes, everyone. Anushka, Harshit, Shivansh, Vaishnavi, Amya, Piyush, Nitesh, Sujal, Rupak, Dipanshu. I hope that all of you have got that information that your sessions are now at 8:30, right? Sunny, Shivanshu, Anushka, Harshit, Shivak, right? Okay. So just a request that from your next class, please join it on time so that we'll complete the session by 9:30. Okay. So you want a link again? Okay. I'm sharing the link again with all of you, right? I've shared the link again. Those who are left with that, yes, please complete the quiz and then you can do that. Okay. It's fine. It's okay. No problem with that. Right. So shall we begin with the today's session? Is it all good? Are you all comfortable? Shall we start? Yes. Okay. That's perfect. Let me share my screen with everyone so that we'll move forward with the today's session. Right. Okay. Can you please confirm my screen is visible to everyone? Is it okay? Is it visible? Right. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm sharing one data set with you guys in this class so that you will get a reference that on which we are going to work upon, right? Okay. So can you please confirm, have you got that CSV file in the chat box? Can you please download this file, all of you, and upload it on the Google Cloud? Right. I have shared one file with all of you in the chat. Can you please just confirm, have you got the file? Done? Okay. I request all of you to please download this file on your Google Cloud. How you need to download? You need to click on this folder option. Okay. You need to click on this folder option that you can see on the left hand side. Once you see, you need to click on the very first option, this arrow. Once you click on that, you'll get this upload option and then you upload the file over there and you will see this file will be available. Okay. Right. So in this class, we'll be talking about one of the library. We'll be talking about pandas in this class. Okay. We'll complete first this EDA part and this manipulation, then we'll come to the Tkinter, right? Okay. I just feel like there's one sequence that we are following, and in the yesterday class we have done with the like file handling concepts, right? And with respect to the file handling concept, we were talking about manipulation and assessing the files and working with the different CSV files or XLS file. So in continuation to that, I just would like to work on these libraries first of all, and then I would like to move to the other part, which is one we have to enter to work that for a small, very small GUI interface that we have to make. Okay. I hope it is fine with all of you and you can continue with this, right? Okay. So in this class, we'll be talking about the pandas. Now, what is a pandas? Pandas is it is one of the library, right, in the advanced Python, okay, which is used for the purpose of for the purpose of data manipulation and data cleaning. Okay, data manipulation and data cleaning. This is the purpose we use pandas libraries. Okay. Good evening, Ankit. I hope all of you are well, right? Okay. So this is one of the libraries that we use for the purpose of data manipulation, right? This is why we use pandas. Okay. That is one of the library which is like used for data analysis and manipulation specifically, right? So with this, yes, it's a very powerful, flexible, and very easy to use like this library. And for this, yes, it's freely, openly available. And that's why we say it's an open source data analysis, which is a manipulation tool that is available to us in the Python and used for the purpose of data analysis. It's very fast, flexible, expressive data structure designed to work together with the structured data which is available, right? When I say structured data, that means I'm talking about this CSV file or XLS file in which data is present in the form of like rows and columns. That's why I'm calling it as a structured data. And for this, yes, this is one of the library extensively used, very easy to use, fast, right? Which is built in the Python programming language and used for the purpose of data manipulation only. That's why we are using Python. If you feel that the pandas library is not installed, this is the command that you type in order to install the pandas. But if it is already installed, then you need not to do that. But if you need to install that, this is what you need to do. This pip is the package installer which is available to us in the Python that we use for the purpose of it's a Python package manager which is available to us, PIP, with the help of which we install any of the library. But if you feel that the library is already installed, you can directly use in order to import that, right? You can directly use import and import your library. Now I'm just using import pandas, right? Because that is the library which is available to me. I'll use that. And as mentioned in the yesterday, there are various functions provided by pandas. So like in order to read a file, we have a function read underscore CSV. Okay, my file name is small underscore this CSV. I'll right click on that. I'll say rename and I'll copy the file name. Okay. And I'm going to provide it here inside that. With this, what I'm doing with the help of pandas library, I'm calling a function CSV read underscore CSV. I'm reading a CSV file in that. Can you see? Right? And the main important point is I'm able to read the data in the same format, in the form of a table, which means having rows and columns. I hope it's understandable. Can you just please confirm? Are you able to load the data also? Can you just please confirm? You are able to load the data here, right, everyone? Yes, that's perfect. Great. So I'm using an import pandas, and with the help of this panda libraries, I'm able to this load read underscore CSV. Okay, everyone. Now the point is that every time, like for example, at your home, you don't have data. I've already shared it in the chat, Ankit. I think you have joined late now, right? So again, I'm sharing the data. Yes, I've resent it again. You got it now? Tapasya, Rehan, Ankit, you have got the data set now? Or if you do not have, you can use any data for the reference, okay? No need to worry about that, right? Is it okay? Don't have to worry about this, okay? Perfect, great. So now let me ask you one more thing. Like for example, you have all your names, right? Ankit, Vishkarma, Rehan, Tapasya, right? Now think about that. At your home, you might have a short name also. because sometimes it might be possible that your entire name, every time I have to call that, that would take much more time, right? So I hope you guys also understand you have a nickname, right? A short name which is there for all of you, if I'm not wrong. Agree? Now, similar way, every time I need to use this pandas, so that might can be a bit a concern to me, right? Because I'm every time calling this name. So this is reason one of this that I can use it as a short form also. Now what I'm doing, I'm importing the pandas as PD. The PD is my short name which I'm going to use instead of writing pandas every time. Is it okay? And you see, I got the same result again. Understandable? Adarsh, Arushi, Bandana, Dipanshu, Harshit, Rish, Manav, Madhu, Neha, Hitesh, Piyush, Ankit, Rehan, Raju, Shitesh, Shivang, Rupak, Shivanshu, Suraj. Is it understandable to you guys? Tapasya, Vaishnavi, Vijay, Suraj, Sunny, Pushpinder, Praveen, Nitesh, Nisha, Nishant. Is it fine with all of you? Does it work if we still use pandas after using as keyword? This is what I'm using, Sujal, right? I'm using a keyword here, na? I hope it's fine, Sujal, right? This is same I was talking about, okay? So I'm using here import pandas as this keyword PD, which I am defining from user side, and every time I'll be using this. Now I'm storing this data in just a variable as df, okay, everyone? You can store it in any variable. There's no concern with that. I'm just using this as a df name. You can use anything. So this is my data frame. You know why I'm having a data frame. In pandas there are two things. One we have is series and one we have is data frame. Okay, everyone, right? You know what is the difference between a series and data frame? Series have only one column, okay, and data frame have more rows and more number of columns. Okay, everyone, right? More than one. No, 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 Sujal, then to it's not work, na? How, Sujal, how then it's work, na? Right? Sujal, because here I'm importing it as a pandas, na? To stop AI, right? Okay. See, you got this underline here, right? I'm importing. If you don't do this, do simple this, right? Okay. If you do this thing, then it will not work, right? Okay, fine. Because it is a this is a library which I'm already using it on a Google, right? Maybe that is available, that's why it is able to load that, right? Okay, otherwise if you are importing only this and you are saying pd.read underscore csv, then it will not work. Okay, you see you are already getting that error, right? Okay, do you understand in a difference between a series and a data frame, everyone? Yes, data frame have multiple rows and columns. A series has only one column always, right? I hope it is fine. So this is a data frame that we have loaded. Now let's suppose if some says you need to now work on this data frame, right? Now someone says you need to work on this data frame. Obviously, you require many different things on which you have to work upon, right? Now, very first thing, for example, now you are able to see all the columns. Is it okay? But in between, you are not able to see the rows and columns, right? That is dot dot. But what if somebody says that you show the first 10 rows, right? What I need to do, I'll use my data frame name. I use one function as head and I'll put in that 10, right? What it is going to show? So what it is going to show? Just give me 1 minute, guys. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be back in a minute. Okay? Yeah. Is it okay? Do you understand that? Yes, it will show you first 10 rows. By default, if you don't put that, then it will show you 5 rows, okay? By default. Okay. But if you are mentioning here 10, it will show you 10 rows. If you're mentioning here df dot head 8, then you will have 8 rows in that. Okay, this is what the functionality. Similarly, if you want to show from the last, right? Similarly, if you would like to show it from the last, then we have df dot tail function. Okay, if you want to show the last 10 rows from the last starting. Okay, I hope you can see that. Is it fine? Okay. What is the need? I think this is the need that I'm telling you, na Kanaya, to print the first 10 rows. To show the first 10 rows, I'm using head. And to show the last 10 rows of the data frame, I use tail function. No? This is what I mean. Is it okay, Kanaya? Yeah. Okay. Guys, just give me 1 minute. From mid, what name we have to use? From mid? I don't understand, Rihanna. What are you saying? It is from mid. No, for middle we don't have anything, na? For mid we have to assess it using iLock or LOC. We'll come to that, Rehan. Okay, right? Okay, right. Just give me yeah, middle data. Yes, we use ILOC with that. We'll talk about that also, right? Just give me 1 second. I'll get my water bottle. Okay, just give me 1 second for a minute, right? Yes, is it open? Yes, I hope it's fine. Is it okay? Is it understandable till now? How to set the first rows and how to set the last rows. I hope it is fine, understandable. Okay. The similar way, guys, am I audible to everyone? Yeah. So now again, if somebody asks you in your data frame, let's suppose you have columns. I just want to get all the names of the column, which I know it, I can get it one by one. But we have one of the keyword which is available to us, that is dot column. You give the data frame name and you type dot columns, and what it is going to do to print the names of all the columns. Okay, well, this is what we use in order to print that. Yeah, I hope it's fine. It's okay. It's understandable, right? So we use df dot columns to print the name of all the columns which are there. Okay, that is what we use. Now, similar way, it is also very important that to know your to know your data, right? So I use df.info function. This is one of the function which is available to us that will help me in understanding that is it what what it is, like it is a data frame, how many entries it have, 250 entries from index or row index, we say that 0 to 249. And it will also help me in understanding about my columns, that there are total five columns, and each column name is this, and it is consist of non-value non-null count. That means 250 rows are there, 250 non-null values are there, right? That means there is no null data present in that. And you also will get to know that what is the data type of each, right? So customer ID is present in integer data, gender is this object data, age is integer data, annual income is integer data, spending score is this data, integer, right? So with the help of this info function, you will be able to know about your data. Is it okay? With the help of this info function, you will be able to know about your data, guys. Is it okay? That is the purpose for which we use this info function to know about your data set. I hope it is fine. It's understandable. With the help of info function, you'll be able to understand the description of your data set, right? It's a data frame having this much null values, non-null values, data type, columns, entries, and you'll be able to get to know how much memory it is using. Is it okay? Fine, understandable. Shall I move forward? If it is okay with you guys, anyone having any doubt, any concern? Are you able to perform it on your side, everyone? Okay, that's great. That's very good, right? Perfect. Now, I would also like to highlight one more thing. Let's suppose I have this gender column, right? And the point is I want to ask you like how to assess a column. In order to assess a column, very simple thing. You have your data set name, you use square bracket. Inside the bracket, you give the name of your column. That is gender. Okay. You give the name of your column, that is age, whatever it is, right? So I'll just put age here. Okay, everyone. Now, this is how you assess a column. Or if you want to know about gender, you see this is the column. Gender, simply you use that. Is it okay? Make sense to all of you? Now, if I ask you how many male, will you please tell me how to import a file? Yashvi, you have the file available with you, Vaishnavi, first of all. Do you have the file? Yes. Can you see this option of folder there, the left hand side? Can you see this option? I'll click on that. And can you see this very first option? You click on that. Once you click on that, you get the file, double click, okay? And once you double click on the file, right, it will load the file. Can you see that? Once it load the file, then you import the library and you use your function read underscore CSV, and with this you will be able to load the data set. Is it okay, Vaishnavi, for you? Okay, perfect. Great. Guys, can you see here? I'm able to access a gender column. Is it okay? Right. Now, if I'll ask you one thing, I want to count, right? To count the categorical data, right? So this is a categorical data. Why I'm saying categorical? Because in the given column, we have only two categories. Can you see that, everyone? We have only, yes. What do you understand when I say categorical data? When I say categorical data means categorical data means you have that category available with you. Okay. Categorical variable means you have categorical data available with you guys. Okay, everyone. Variable means you have the category available with you guys. Okay, everyone. Right. So when I say categories, okay, what does it mean? Categories means it has only categories like we are talking about male female is there, then all then male female is there, or good bad true false. These are the things when we are having, then we say that. Okay, so this is what we use for that purpose, right? So now this is categorical data, and I want to do what? I want to count it, right? Yes, I want to count it. What will I do? So df of my column, I have my column gender, and I'll use one of the function value underscore counts. Okay, everyone. I'll use one of the function which is value underscore counts, right? This function will help me knowing that what are the two different types of data available with us, and with this data, how many are females and how many are females. You will be able to get that, right? Okay, with this you will be able to get that. Okay, so this is what we use for the purpose. This function we use only on categorical data. But if I talk about a function, if I talk about age data, right? If I talk age data, now age data is categorical in nature. No, this data is continuous in nature. Okay, this is numerical data, and it is continuous in nature. Okay, for continuous in nature, we talk about some other things, right? Like what is the mean, median, mode. That is what I want to perform on this, right? And for that, I use one of the function, we call it as describe. Okay, this describe function, we use it on the continuous data, because with the help of this describe method, I will be able to know how many values are there, what is the mean. Now I know that whatever the data is available to me, all the person have an average age as 38.49. Standard deviation will help me in understanding how far the values are from mean value, right? That means standard deviation is also one of the factors that we'll talk about in one class on the numerical data when we explore the data set, right? This is we use in order to see how far my data is from the mean value. Okay, how far the data is from the mean value. It shows me which is minimum. It shows that which one is the minimum value. Then it shows what is the maximum value. It shows 25% of the value. It shows 50% of value, 75. Guys, you are not able to understand what I'm doing in the class. Yes. Dipanshu, Harshit, Juman, Madhu, Krish, Ankit, Piyush, Nitesh, not Nitesh, Nishant, then Praveen, Shivanshu, Shivang, Shitesh, Rihanna. You're not able to, Yash, Vijay, Vaishnavi, Pranam. You're not able to understand, guys, what I'm doing. Is it okay for you guys? You got that, no? Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Is it fine with all of you? Do you understand that, everyone? Are you sure, guys? Is it okay? Yeah, because there's one student saying in Hindi, but I think I am allowed to speak in English only in this class, right? Apart from this, if you get any concern, Nitesh, okay, you can connect afterwards, right? And you can watch the video once, and then it will be easy to understand. Okay. Yes. Taj, what do you want me to repeat? This describe my function. You want me to repeat this describe function, Taj? Okay, no response. So guys, right? From starting, no, it's not possible from starting. I request you to please first of all see the recording, okay? I'll be really thankful to you. If you still face any kind of doubt, then you please come and then tell me, because we are already 40 minutes up on the session, right? It's not possible for me to repeat the entire session. So I just request you to please get through the recording once and then let me know if you have any doubt, right? I hope that would be fine. Is it okay? Yeah. So Arushi, I use describe function to describe all the detail of my continuous data. Okay, Arushi, continuous data, when I say that is numerical in nature. and it has all the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, not category wise, right? It just continuous data, like age is there for this. And for age data, I want to just find out what is the mean value, what is the minimum value in that column, what is the maximum value in that column, what is the value which is at 50% of this, what is the value which is at 25% mark, right? So I'm using this describe function to get the details of all my continuous data, to get the detail of all the continuous data which is present in the data set, right? And we use it on the continuous data which is available that help us in understanding the values, the count, mean, median, then minimum value, maximum value, all this detail I'll be able to get it from this given data set, right? So we use values count for categorical data where I need to count it, and we use describe function to find out that how many what is the range of my given data that is available to me. Is it okay? Makes sense, right? Now I would also like to work upon one more thing. Yes, what if I want to find the null values in each column? Okay, if I want to find the null values in each column. Okay, everyone, right? If I want to find the null values in each column. So we use a function is null. Okay, this is the function that we use, is null. Df dot is null. This will help me in finding wherever I have null values. Wherever in each of this column I have null value, it will be true. If I do not have, it will be false. And what I want to do, I want to find the total number of. I want to find the total number of this, right? I want to find the total number of this. Okay. So in order to find the total number of this, what I am going to do is sum of this, right? Okay. In order to find the total number of this, I'll be using what? I'll be doing this, uh, this only, right? Okay. Just one second. Just one second. Right? So this is what we are using is null, and I'll be using a sum function. Now this will help me in finding the total count in each column, the total number of missing values in each column, total number of values, total number of missing value in each column. It will help me in finding the total number of missing value in each column. So I'm using df dot is null dot sum. You apply this function on all the data set, you will be able to find the total number of missing values in each column. This is what we use this function in order to find the null values in each column. Okay, this will help you in understanding. If you have any null value, you will be able to get that. If you do not have any null value, you will be also able to see that there is no missing value present in the given data set. So we use this in order to get all the things. Okay, I hope it is fine. It's understandable to everyone present in the class. And I hope that we are good to go with this. Is it okay? Right? Is it okay? Perfect. Now, I would also like to work upon one more thing, that how we are going to assess the data in between, right? Okay, I would like to work upon one thing, that how we'll be going to assess the data. There are two things you get the rows, okay? To assess the data from row, you need two things. One I use ILO and one I use LOC. Now, what is the difference between this? I'll tell you. Can you see this data set DF? Are you able to see this DF? Yes. Can you see there is a number mentioned over there, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see there? It is? Yes. Now, what are these? These are, no, Ankit, these are not index. These are row labels. Okay. That is what I'm telling you. Okay. These are row labels. Okay. If you want to assess the data using row labels, then I use ilog function. Okay. If I want to use the data, assess the data, yes, Ankit, right. ILOC is for index and LOC is for label. Yes, very good, right? So I use ILOC for the purpose to assess the data through this row labels. Okay. Like for example, if I mention here 0, what it is, I'm just mentioning 0 here, right? It is going to help me in assessing the column. But as you know, it's a two-sided data, rows and columns both. So I need to mention here that which row and which column I want to assess. Okay. Then it become very, very important for all of us to assess it. So if I'm using here is this row assess, then first of all, I have mentioned here is 0. If I'm not mentioning anything, you specifically see this is my data. I want to assess this particular data, the data which is present on row label 0. I'm using here ILOC and I'm using here 0. Then it is going to help me in assessing the data present on the 0 row label. I'll say colon 4. It is going to help me in assessing the data of 0, 1, 2, 3. If I'm going to write here 4, it is going to have me 1 less than to that. If you are going to put 4 here, it is going to assess the data 1 less than to that. This is I'm assessing the data through row label. If I want to assess the data through index, then I have df dot loc which is available to me. Is it okay? This will help us in assessing the data from the, this will help us in assessing the data using the index. Now you are not able, you might not be able to see that any difference in this, right? Let me help you in understanding that. Let's suppose I want to drop a row. Okay. I want to drop a row. I say df dot drop function. Okay. We have a function available to us with the name as drop. Okay. This drop function will help me in deleting the data. Let's suppose I'm writing here df dot drop 3. Okay. And there is one more we use is in place equals to true, right? I'm using here two parameters in the drop function. I'm using it to drop the row label. Okay. I'm using df dot drop and I'm writing a number that I want to drop a row with the label 3, label number 3. Okay, this is what I'm using. Now what will happen, guys? This will drop the row with the label 3. Is it okay? Can you see that? I do not have any data with row label 3 now, but I have 0 index, I have 1 index, this is 2 index, this is index number 3. On index number 3, I have row label number 4. Do you understand my point? This is row with 0 index, 0 label. This is row with 1 index, 1 number. This is row with 2 index, 2 label. But this is the row with third index, label number 4. Is it okay? So I'm using here df.drop and I'm writing here 3 because I want to drop a row with the label number 3. But if I say df.drop and I say, and I want to drop the data present on index number 3, I'll say df.index of 3 comma in place equals to true because I want to make the changes happen in the original data set. This is why I'm using in place equals to true. Now I'm saying df index. Now can you tell me, is it going to delete it? Is it going to delete the row with label number 3 or index number 3? This is going to delete the row with index number 3. On index number 3, this data is present. Now, if I say this, if I say df.drop and I'll say 3, what will happen, guys? I don't have already deleted the row with the label number 3. Do we have another row with label number 3? No, it will give me error because it is trying to drop a row with label number 3, but there is no row with label number 3 present in that. Do you understand my point? There is no row with label number 3 present in that. There is no row with label number 3 present in that. This is the reason I got error for the same. Can you see that? Because it is trying to look for the row with label number 3, but I want to delete the index number 3. On index number 3, what is present? On index number 3, row label 4 is present. No, now if I'm going to do this thing, I will not get any error. This label number is a part of CSV file. This Manav, this label number is a part when you have a data frame. Okay, this is the part of a data frame actually. Your CSV file is original, right? Once you load the data set, you get data frame and that's what you get the label. Now you see, I am able to delete the data present on index number 3. I'm able to delete the data present on index number 3. Now whatever the data is present, it will just get deleted, right? Okay, I hope it makes sense to everyone that what is the difference between this LOC, ILOC. This is I'm using to assess row label number. This is I'm using to assess index number. I'm using df.drop 3. I want to drop a row with the label number 3. I'm using df.drop df.index. I want to delete the data with index number 3. Now, whatever is present in that, it doesn't matter to me, right? I just want to delete the data with index number 3. That was what the point. It was motive. Now, what I'm able to add row, I'm able to get the row, I'm able to assess the row, I'm able to delete the row. What if I want to do one thing? What if I want to do one thing? I want to delete a column. Okay, I want to delete a column, right? So I say df.drop. I'm going to write column name. What are the column name which are available to us? Df dot columns. If I'll see it, I'll get to know that yes, there is customer ID, this. What if I want to delete the data with customer ID? So I'm giving here df dot drop. I'm going to give my column number. I'm saying in place equals to true because I want to make the changes happen in the original data set. But if I'm going to run this, I will get an error. You know why? Because by default, this draw function is trying to delete this customer ID from row. And I'm not mentioning here, right? Do you understand my point? Because by default, x is equal to 1. X is equal to, we give the axis 0 or 1, right? Okay, we give the axis as 0 or 1. Depend if you want to delete the data from column or you want to delete the data from the row. If you want to delete the data from row, by default axis is 0. But you know, this customer ID, is it present in row wise or column wise? This customer ID is present in row wise or column wise? Column wise. So for that, we have to give x is equal to 1 because once I give 0, it is trying to look customer ID in the row, which is not possible, right? It is present in the column, and for column, we have to give x is equal to 1. Okay, so this is what we use to drop a column. We give x is equal to 1 to drop a row by default. Okay, I'm not mentioning here, but by default, it is x is equal to 0. Okay. If you don't mention, by default x is equal to 0, but if you want to read it from column, you have to mention that. I hope it is understandable to everyone. Is it okay, guys? Okay, perfect. Now, what if I ask you guys that, okay, I would like to add a new data. Okay, okay, I want to add a new data. So I'll use here df dot, let's suppose ILOC. Okay, I'll mention here, let's suppose 3. And I'll say this, and I'm going to mention all the data here. Okay, everyone, you know, we have in the first column, we have male, then we have age, then we have annual income, then we have spending score. 1, 2, 3, 4 data we are having, right? Now I say df.ilog. You say what I've done, df.ilog. Ilog means I want to add a data on index number 3 or row label number 3. Index I, yes. So I'm using here df, and now you see what will happen. Yes. So you see I'm adding a data, and this data has been added on index number 0, index number 1, index number 2, and index number 3. Is it okay? Label, how Madhu it is a label? For a label, so you use LOC, na? Right? For example, I use LOC. I use here 3 equals to, I use same data. Is it okay? Now, with this, what I'm doing? Am I adding the data on index number 3? No, I'm adding a data label number 3, Madhu. LOC I'm used for label. Okay. You see, a data with row label number 3 has been added. Do you see that? And whenever you're going to add some data with row label, it is always going to add at last. If you are going to do it with ILOC, it is not going to move the data which was already present at 3. It is going to override that particular data which was present at index number 3. Okay, but previously at 3 index, I have some data which was there, right? Okay, now what it is, it has done, it has actually overwritten this data. Okay, but this LOC, it has added the data with row label number 3, but where it is going to add, it is always going to add at 3. Okay, it is always going to add the data at last. Okay, this is how we add a column. This is how we add a row. Very simple. Is it okay? This is how we add a row. We delete a row, we delete a column, we add a row, and similarly, we can add a column also, right? Okay, we can add a column also, like df dot, I want to add a column. Let's suppose it is, the column name is DAT, I'm writing, okay? And I'm just going to give some values here. Let's suppose 1. You know what will happen, right? You know what will happen? A new column has been there with this value and this value and this name. Okay. Yes, after that you can change the data. It's totally fine. But this is how we would like to work. And you can add a row, you can delete a row, you can add a column, you can delete a column, you can assess the column. You can use the describe function, head function, tail function, info function, all is null function, right? You can use all these things in order to assess the data. Okay. I hope it makes sense and easy to understand for all of you. Is it fine? How to change the position of that column? You want to change, you want to insert it at specific position. Okay. Yes. Okay. But I don't think so I can do this for here now, right? While I'm inserting this data here, obviously it is going to do at last, Madhu. Okay. We'll come to those points also in the next class, right? Don't worry. Just talking about very basic things first of all. Okay. Is it understandable to others also? Is it fine, guys? Does it make sense? Right. Now, if you feel that you are seeing this indexes here, labels here, and these labels are like, you want to make them in the serial order again. Yes, you have one of the function reset underscore index. Okay. You can use one of this function, and with this you see now previously your indexes were, labels were out of index. Now you have resetted all the labels. Is it okay? We use this to reset the labels. Is it okay? Right? What if you want to apply any operation? Let's suppose I want to add the data of this column and this column. It's also possible. And you want to make a new column. So I'll say df name, I'm making here total, and I want to apply any operation. So df of this column, df of this column. Okay, I'll add operation plus. Seems very simple, right? Okay, it's very simple. That's why I'm saying it's very easy, fast, and easily understandable, and one of the very powerful also. Okay, it's also one of the powerful library which is available to us, right? So you see here what I'm doing. I'm adding these two columns and I'm creating a new column. So I'll get a new column with the name total, right? I'll get one with the name total, right? And what it is going to do, it is have the sum of this and this, right? You see, you want to check that. You see df and you got a total, which is the addition of these two columns. That means you can apply addition, subtraction, multiplication on two columns, and you can apply all these operations with this, right? I hope it's fine and understandable to everyone. Is it okay? Right. Vaishnavi, Vaishnavi, see, bacha, this, can you see this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6? Can you see here, Vaishnavi? These are labels, okay? I'll say df dot loc, and I want to assess label number 3. You tell me, do you have any data with label number 3 present here? Do you have any data with label number 3? No, right? I'm assessing the data using label. Okay, right? That would, acha, here to we have resetted that, na? Here to we have resetted that. That's why we will be able to see, yeah? Okay, once again, right? Okay, once again. Yes, Madhu, I'm coming to that. Okay, let me put here in place equals to proof. Okay, Vaishnavi, right? Okay, can you see here, Vaishnavi? I have this data, right? Can you tell me, do I have data with row label number 250? Do I have any data with row label number 250? No, right? It will give me error. But if I ask that, do I have any data present on index number 1? Right? Can you see that? On index number one is there, right? Let's suppose I say df dot drop. I'll say 1, comma, in place equals to true. Okay, Vaishnavi, right? You understand this now, okay? Now, in this given data set, do I have any data with row label number 1? No. Agree with that, right? Okay. Let me do one thing, right? You see, I'm using LOC. It will help me in assessing the data with label number. I do not have any data with label number 1. But I say IELOC. This is index. Do I have any data present on index number 1? Yes. That is this data, right? Because we have already deleted that data, na? Okay. I hope you can see that. Is it okay? Can you see? On index number 1, this data is there. This is index. LOC is label. That is what the difference. Is it okay? Understandable? Right? Yes. Now there are two things that you can use, okay, to rename that Madhu, right? Okay. So we use Madhu df dot, we have our data set and we use rename. Okay, that is what we rename use. And I'll mention our columns. Okay, what I'm using a function here, df dot rename, and I say I want to rename my columns. Do you understand that? So let's suppose I have a column that I'm going to mention here. Let's suppose I want to rename this gender column. Is it okay? So what I'm going to mention, this is gender. I'm going to change it with the, let's suppose I'll say here GEN only, right? I say I want to change it with GEN only. So what I'm doing here, I'm renaming, I'm mentioning columns equal to, this is the column which I want to change, and I'll mention here in place equals to true, right? Because changes will happen in the data set only. Is it okay, Madhu, right? So I'm using here df dot rename and I'm changing the name of column from gender to GEN. This is one we can use to rename my columns. Okay, perfect. So I hope it is good with everyone with today's class. I hope it is understandable. So one or two things which are left, that is like, again, okay, assessing the data that we will do in the tomorrow's class. I hope apart from this, you understand, and I will also help you understanding one thing, which is Boolean indexing, right? How to do that in the case of data frames, that we'll do in the tomorrow's class. But I hope apart from this, you guys are clear with the things that we have to work with this library. I hope it's easy to understand, and it was quite clear to all of you that what we have done in this class. Okay, I hope it was a good class, understandable, right? Vaishnavi, PY is Python files, IPY is Jupyter Notebook files. Okay, PY is the Python file. This is Jupyter Notebook files. Okay, you have index. Ankit, why you are mentioning in the double quotes index? Now you have to mention index number. Na Ankit, you don't have to mention df dot index. Do you have any column with name index? Tell me. Ankit, you do not have any column with the name index now. Do you have? No. Okay. Can you please print DF and show me? Can you please print DF and show me? Mhm. Okay, fine. I think apart from this, others are clear with the today's topic, right? I hope it is fine with everyone. So let me share the file again with all of you so that you can practice it, and then we'll meet on Friday, right? Okay. So I hope that you have got it, and I hope you have understood the concept also that we have done in this class. Okay, I hope it is fine, understandable. Okay, okay, okay. Ankit, then I think I need to check it. Is it okay if I'll take some time and I'll check it and then I'll message you? I hope that would be fine. Okay, but for that I need to add it and then I need to do all these things. I'll check it once, I'll perform it, and then we'll let you know in the next class. Is it okay? Yeah, then I guess you have not added in the in the original data set itself, right? I'll check it once and we'll update you. Okay, fine, right? right? Perfect. So I hope with this, it's understandable. So thank you so much for attending the class. I hope it's good, and we'll meet in the next class, right? Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. And I hope it is okay. Let me share the feedback form link. I request all of you to please fill the feedback form and let me know if you need any more help or anything else. I hope that we'll meet on Friday again and then we work on that. Is it okay? Right? Perfect. Okay, great. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Quiz has already performed. We have at the starting of this, right? Okay, guys. Bye bye. Thank you. Take care. You want the quiz link again? But I think, bacha, we are already done that now. Okay, let me check if it is available. Yeah. Okay. But don't be late, please. Okay. Yeah. This is the quiz link. Please complete the quiz. Okay. Don't message me. Let me put the message in everyone. Okay. You got the link now? Is it okay? Madhu, Rehan, Kandana. Is it okay? You got the link now? Is it okay, guys? Okay. Notes you will get in the next class. Okay. Right. Files I've already shared in every class. You please get it. Okay. Bye bye, guys. Thank you. Take care.